Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 7409 Southwest Locust Street here in Tigard. Located at the front of the house. That's the front door there. We are just to the right of it as you face the home from the street. The 3-inch ABS cleanout that sits about 6 inches to the right of the concrete patio here. Should you lose track of it, pretty easy one to hunt down. Anyway, water's running. We'll zero out at the base of the cleanout. Off we go. Transitioning there to 4-inch PVC pipe. So far, pretty nice looking sewer line, especially considering we sit below grade. We went through a little tiny belly, but typically when you get this kind of arrangement where the house sits this far below street level, often, almost 100% of the circumstances, you will have very significant bellies. So I'm pretty pleased with what I see here thus far. Now we're into 3034 PVC. I cannot believe how much dye it's doing considering how the property's laid out. It's one of the lucky ones that got a lot of depth to play with. That's part of the reason why we're not seeing one gigantic belly here. Good arrangement for this kind of house. So that's the main at 68 feet. We're going to go locate here while the line drains off, and then we'll pull back and take another look. Alright, I located the camera head successfully. Line terminates out on Southwest Locust Street. And where I picked the locate up there was out in front of the driveway, so as the line makes its way out, it looks like the line gets under, I'm not locating every inch of this thing, but probably running up a few feet in from the right side edge of the driveway as you face the house from the street. Still a little bit of water trickling through the pipe here. Line is just about done draining off. I'm stoked that they had this much room to play with this line. For whatever reason, that the combination of a house sitting below street level, even when the main is crazy deep, and you've got, multiple times the amount of room necessary to grade the line, because of the sheer amount of ground sitting on top of the pipe, if you don't get these things compacted very nicely, they very often result in settling. So it's nice to see someone took the care to do this one right. We had a little tiny belly further back, which we'll look at here in just a moment, but my camera went into it and popped out within about a foot. So that's not the kind of belly we're looking for. Yeah, something's still I'm kind of moving slow here just so I can catch any spots where you might have standing water. All the water we're looking at thus far is flowing. Something's just finishing draining right now. And there's a little bit of debris in the flow line. My camera has busted up most of it. I'll do a couple toilet flushes when I'm all finished up, and most of that stuff will just break loose. It's not outrageous amounts of it, but I just wanted to let you know. That stuff, now that my camera scraped it loose, will move on its way. And most of that is related to grease. cooking oil, fats going down your kitchen sink drain. I highly recommend building the habit into your life, not putting it down your sink. After doing 25,000 scopes and tons of drain cleaning, grease is a very, very common contributor to blockages occurring. So if you can keep it out of your line, it makes your line a lot more forgiving under abusive scenarios, either improper stuff going down the line, or when your kids flush 14 balls of toilet paper down the line. It allows that kind of stuff to break loose a lot easier. And just another quick locate here. This is where the line turns. We're just after the turn here where the pipe turns under the driveway to straighten out. And that locate there, I was pretty much on the money. It was about 3.5 feet or so in from the right side edge of the driveway. In case you're curious where the line's at. Getting a bit closer back in here where we had that little belly. There it is. Alright, so the belly dissipates off here pretty much 20 feet on the nose. Yeah, teeny little thing. Runs from about 17 feet to 20 feet, and you are holding somewhere between 1/16 of an inch and 1/4 inch of water. That's a long ways off from repair worthy there. And for reference, where I just start to consider repair recommendations on bellies is once there's an inch of water for a minimum of 5 feet. So, and generally these days, I'm only recommending a repair like that on a belly like I just described, inch of water for 5 feet. When it's under the home, right up next to the house, and usually it's in older pipe materials where you have a coupling effect of very rough pipe walls that snag debris after it's slowed down a whole bunch going through the water or stopped up in it. So, which you don't have that same issue in plastic pipe. It's got nice smooth pipe walls. So anyway, very, very minor belly. About the only thing you can expect to ever hang up there on a consistent basis is if you're putting a pretty considerable amount of cooking oil and grease down the line. So, anyhow, good flow end to end. Very, very pleased with how this line looks, especially with the kind of property you've got here. Whoever installed this did a very good job doing it. Good flow end to end. All the pipes in great shape. It'll be much cleaner after some toilet flushes go through the line there, but all that debris got busted up there in the process. So, sewer line is functioning properly at this time.